How's everyone doing today? It's Shankar P right here. Today we're going to talk about a trade on gold today that we were able to take and capitalize and make a little dollars and put it in our pocket. So without further ado, guys, let's dive right into the charts. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So yesterday we took a short, right? Made some profit on gold. Today we actually took a long. So what I was actually looking for is this area right here. You can see it was a support, so it even extends all the way back here. But I was just, focusing on this right now. So the support area right here. So if we look on the 1 hour, that's all I was really focusing on, was this support area. Yeah, so this is kind of where the market was about this morning, and I was just looking to see if we were going to break lower or if we were going to continue higher. Now we have the support area that was here, but you can see the price pushed down, pushed up, came down a bit. But if we zoom into the 5 minutes, we were maintaining higher lows, right? Maintaining higher lows. So we were maintaining a higher low, higher low, higher low, and we just kept maintaining it. So what I was looking for was for candlestick patterns to show us, that the price was actually going to be pushing up. So what we had here, and I don't necessarily use volume too much when it comes to gold, but we have a nice push up and volume here. And the price engulfed these two candles, and we, you can see we've been maintaining higher low structure. And yeah, so I actually was waiting to see, if we would potentially break here, this area here. And once we broke this area, I was confident to, maybe start looking for buys. And the reason I was actually looking for buys was two reasons. One, and I'll explain why I put my stop loss where I put it. One is that the actual trade, which I missed, and if it gets back to the zone, I'll take it, is right here. We have a resistance, a support, and could be acting as resistance right now. It did act as resistance. So I was actually looking for a trade right here. And the reason that as well is because we have confluence of the Fibonacci of the 61.8 actually lining up with this point of support and resistance. So so I was definitely looking, and you can see back here was supported. So high probability it was actually going to act as resistance. So I was actually looking for my bigger trade to be up here and to take a more, this would have been a better setup than the short that I just took. So this is actually why I put my stops here, and it kind of just hit it perfectly. I entered the trade and actually went and got a haircut, and then when I came back, we made a little bit of money, which is wonderful, right? Just grateful to be able to do that. So yeah, so when the price pushed up, we took this long, extended our stop loss. I extended my stop loss here. Now the risk to reward, you can see, is 1.62, which I do preach having a stop loss from 2 to 1. So what I did was, once we broke above, came back to retest, I actually started adding. So I added a little bit more into the long, with a risk reward 3.3 to 1. And once we push back up above, I moved my stop loss a bit closer to make it 2 to 1. So this was today's trade. You can see wasn't much to it. It was just a quick, we had a support zone here on the 1 hour. Yeah, right here. And then once we saw the candlestick on the 1 hour pushing, we just entered that long, right? And you can see here, if we look on the 30 minute, when this 30-minute candle closed as well, I was also very confident to enter another long, because you can see this candle engulfed, this candle here engulfed all of these candles over here, right? Engulfed all of these candles over here. So I was very confident in taking that long. Wasn't too wasn't too worried to get stopped out, but we managed risk accordingly because anything can happen, right? So now for the next trade, if we were going to anticipate what may happen, is so we have these fibs here that I've drawn on the 1 hour, and this is a very big bullish engulfing candle. So I would like to see, I could have definitely taken a short already here, but I would like to see what the price will do. If it comes back up here, gets rejected again, then I might enter a short if it gets rejected again on lower time frames, and then take my first profit here and then a second one here. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We can look at the S&P 500. I actually haven't taken too much of a look at it as lately, but you can see that the S&P is breaking some support levels. It had a big drop this morning. That had a pretty big decrease right now. So we've broken this support right here. We've broken this support, and we've also broken this one over here. All right, so we've broken this as well. So we may come back up, and this could definitely be a possibility. We do have a bullish. Here, we do have bullish divergence right here. We have a bullish divergence right here. So can definitely see the price come back up, come up here and head down, or even come up here and then head down. Anything can happen right now. For me, I do see that the S&P 500 still bearish. It has been maintaining this. Let me take off this. So we have this 200-day moving average. So we are still underneath the 200-day moving average, and there is we've been maintaining underneath this trend line as well, right? We've been maintaining underneath this trend line and also the moving average. So if we were going to come up, we could definitely make another leg higher to here or wherever the moving average would be, and then head lower. Definitely a possibility. I personally don't think that the bottom is in at the moment. Could be, who knows, right? Who knows? We did touch the 200-day, the 200 weekly moving average here and made a bounce. So we could be heading higher. Who knows, right? We do make bounces on the 200-week moving average. So it's definitely not out of the question. Like you see here, we've made bounces and then recovered. So it's definitely something that, is a possibility. But as for now, I don't know if we are at the bottom. I would be just cautious of watching on the daily how we react to the 200-day and this trend line that we've been forming, right? So it's looking bearish to me. Still looking bearish. We're still in a downtrend. It's not, we're underneath. We've gotten rejected. So if I drag this out, we've gotten rejected pretty hard from this support zone. So this could be another lower low, and then we just flush even further down. Definitely a possibility, right? So hey, anything could happen. We could be finding support here on the 2020 lows, 2020 highs before the big drop, and then we could be bottoming out there. Anything can happen, but I wouldn't say we've hit the bottom. We're at the bottom. Everything is recovering. I wouldn't say that just yet. And if we look at the Bitcoin price, all we're really doing right now for Bitcoin is just hovering around the 2017 high. So if we look here, this is the 2017 high, and we're just kind of hovering around it right now, just bouncing around it. Now, I want you guys to be very mindful of something. We could definitely head higher here. Definitely a possibility. But this area right here, could definitely turn into something like this, right? Could definitely turn into something like this, and then we could head lower. anything can happen, right? So just be cognizant that if we do head lower in the stock market, S&P 500, real estate, real estate still hasn't, real estate takes longer to correct than stocks. And there's a reason. Real estate takes longer to correct than stocks because real estate's not as liquid. So a lot of people are saying, oh man, my real estate portfolio is doing better than my stocks portfolio for now. It's doing better for now. You know what I mean? Because people may be wanting to sell now or trying to get out of the market. Maybe, can't sell in time. Now they have to give discounts. So real estate may bottom in 6 to 12 to 18 months. Definitely a possibility. And we would need to take advantage of that later, 6 to 12 to 18 months from now. But if the markets keep declining, it's definitely a possibility that Bitcoin comes below the 2017 all-time high. And it's crazy because I remember when I really started getting into crypto in 2020, I never thought we would, I would even be saying we can go below the 2017 high. I never thought that would have been a thing, but hey, anything can happen. We are not bullish at all. Best case scenario will be consolidating. But these are charts. It doesn't matter what asset you're using, what instrument. Just learn the skill set on how to chart, how to read the charts, how to make decisions, how market structure works. And it doesn't really matter what you're trading, how you're, as long as you have your strategy. It doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin, altcoins, this, that. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is developing the skill to learn how to trade so you can profit in these markets. A lot of people were saying put your money in assets because you got to beat inflation. Now all your assets are beating inflation the other way. You know what I mean? So the only recession-proof business there is in this world is the business of you. Develop your skills, develop your skill sets. You don't want to be at the mercy of assets. Assets are incentives for us to get better as people. That's all they're here for. So if you're struggling right now and you're losing a lot of money in your assets and you're losing your mind at the same time and you're having a hard time, it doesn't really matter because the assets losing value doesn't matter. You just need to build more value in yourself because you can make more money. Let's say it took you 10 years to build your portfolio, stock, crypto, real estate, whatever. Say it took you a decade. And let's say you got to 5 million, 10 million. But you didn't have the right skill set. Let's say you're just riding the wave. Okay, cool. You can make more in a year and build a portfolio better within 3 years if you develop your skills properly. Because assets will always be there. They don't get up and run away. You know what I mean? But your skill sets can always be improved on. So if the assets are there, the assets are always here, and your skill sets keep improving, your skill set, at some point you'll be able to buy a property a day. Never mind a property, every year. Grant Cardone and all these guys that, we look at and we watch. Yes, they're buying real estate. Yes, they're buying stocks, but they have skill sets, sales, trading, marketing, skill sets. And then they use their skill sets, put the, what's it called? They put the capital that they get, so the rewards from the skill sets, the value that they've given, they get the money, they get money for it, and that's how you determine when something's valuable. If you put it in the marketplace and you get some value back, and you get it in monetary value. So if they use that to put into assets, to let it grow, but they're not buying an asset and then letting it double and then taking out a loan and then buying another property. Yes, they do that as a strategy, but that's not all they're doing. Their main, at the beginning at least, is working on their skill set, building their skill sets. So if you're struggling right now, it is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. but you have to be listening to the right people and understand that your skill set is the most important thing in this world. You know, that's why they say, you know, education, they can't take it from you, right? A degree, they can't take it from you, but they can devalue it. You know, so if you got a degree in arts last year or 20 years ago, now the value of it is exponentially less. You know what I mean? You're paying way more and you're getting less out of it. But if you keep learning as a person, that knowledge, you know, is never gonna you know, no one can take it from you. You just keep compounding and expanding, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. It's no big deal. Bills, money, all this shit, it's bullshit, man. Just work on your skill set. Honestly, everything in this world is just a vehicle for you to get better. It's just a self-development tool. And until you understand that, you're always gonna be stressed. But once you understand that, I'm like, oh man, I just need to get a little bit better. And then all these problems will go away. They're not really problems, it's just stepping stones for you to get better. Oh, you lost 400,000, 500,000? No problem. I just need to get better because I can make it back faster, you know, than I did the last time, more strategically. No problem. So just keep those things in mind, man. It's don't be brainwash yourself in the way you want. Don't let this world and the internet and all this shit brainwash you, man. Stay even keeled, stay responsible, and I mean, make your mistakes, man. Make your mistakes wonderful. You know what I mean? Make those errors wonderful. Make them often, early as possible. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer in just making as, you know, obviously not trying to make mistakes, but going in knowing, yes, you're gonna make mistakes, not knowing what mistakes you're gonna make. But you know, when I make mistakes, they're big mistakes, and then I learn from them, and then, you know, I get a lot better, a lot faster, just because now I have more capacity. And you know, you kind of have to get better now. You know what I mean? You kind of have no choice. So with that being said, guys, enjoy your day. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, a smile, or something if you made it to the end of this video. All right, thank you so much. Take care.